I can do, sir, please. Don't do this to my wife, man. You don't know what you're doing to my family, man. Please. I'm begging you. I'm literally where am I going to put my feet? Sir, I'm begging you, please. Please.
That is not a crime, and you're telling me to get out of my vehicle.
Do you know where Lieutenant Mingus is right now? So, no, he's not in the building?
I don't know. I'm not.
What do you know? I'm not telling you nothing else until I find out who's driving that vehicle. You not a supervisor, bro. I need somebody higher than you right now.
If you didn't know, I went to the police academy and they kicked me out.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
Spit me on my face right now. She spit in my face.
Today's video takes us to New York City, where we find a Frauditor, aka Anarchist, who doesn't post too much lately, but every once in a while he posts, and today he plays the FAFO game with the cops and gets arrested. Lovely indeed. So sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy!
I might be telling you what she's telling you over there, right? But you can see clearly that I'm not blocking the sidewalk. Everybody's walking. People are freely able to
the curb, sir.
Okay, why? Why would I need
Because right now you're literally in the middle of the sidewalk.
Okay, I can be in the middle of the public sidewalk as long as I'm not excessively blocking traffic and I'm not. You can see people walking, and I'm documenting that by law right now that people are walking. So I'm not going to move unless it's a lawful directive order.
That's the whole purpose of us speaking to you, sir.
I know. So is there any infractional offenses that...
Right now you're obstructing the sidewalk. It's sidewalk obstruction.
I'm not, because you can see right now that I'm recording that people are walking and freely walking from place to place.
You can also see that you are sitting in the middle of the sidewalk. Why don't you take a whole
I can't
wide
sit in the middle of the sidewalk. I
in the
can't.
middle. Right,
I
but
can't.
also you're also with a table.
I know, I can't.
This is the little punk behind the camera, goes by the channel name of Liberty Guy. Used to hang out with Long Island Frauditor, but Long Island didn't like him because he's a smart-ass punk, as we will see as the video goes on. Now I'm going to have to cut a little bit out of this because it's a long video. But let's carry on.
You're also providing vending goods, or you're
it's
trying to
only
sell
two legs.
something?
I don't have any products that I'm actually soliciting or selling. So lawfully, I'm going to decline that respectfully. It's not anything personal, but I'm going to decline that because I know that I have a First Amendment right. I know that I have the legal reprimanded right to speak, freely talk to people, and conversate with people that I want to conversate with.
So you do work for Whole Foods?
No, I didn't tell you that I directly work for Whole Foods.
I can see
but,
Whole Foods and I can see
that doesn't.
Whole Foods
But the constitutional liberties that I have are not infringed upon just because I purchase a Whole Foods gift card with my own currency, my own money, and I can choose to freely do that if I have the freedom and the currency to choose to pay for that. That doesn't inhibit my right and my constitutional liberty to speak to people.
Ever notice how Sonny boys are always well educated on our Bill of Rights, particularly the First Amendment? Oh, no doubt about it. But when it comes to good grammar structure, they have no clue. What did he say? Conversate. What the hell does conversate mean? Do you mean to use the word converse? Is that what you mean, Sonny boy? Get you some education.
On a public sidewalk. So I'm going to just decline that, and I think the conversation's over. And I appreciate you coming over here to do your job and, maybe ask some questions or, obtain some information, but I'm going to rightfully participate in my rights not to give out that information.
You, sir?
Hey, Lieutenant, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Hi, I was just explaining to your officers here that, I'm not soliciting any products or services.
Right.
And I know they tried to, they said there was a request, right? And it could be from that lady that's over from the side that's saying certain things. There's many people who have sold things on the sidewalk, and I don't sell anything.
Okay, so what is it that you do?
Well, I just don't wish to provide that information unless, there's any type of infractional offense that...
No, I'm just curious as to what it is that this setup is that is blocking the sidewalk here.
Now, the lad was selling long-distance phone cards at one time, I don't know if he's still doing that, but that was his side hustle for a while. Now with all the influx of migrants to New York City, that would make sense that he would do that again, but I'm not accusing him of that. Let's carry on though. I'm anxious to see him get arrested.
I see you have certain credentials on you, so
Right.
you come from somewhere.
Right.
An organization of some sort?
Yes.
Okay. What is the organization?
Well, I would prefer not to relieve that information at the moment, but I will say that there is a program called the Clean Energy Alliance Group that we have connections with. That's all I want to relieve the information
Okay.
on. And unless you can obtain any legal information that I'm breaking a law, or infringing on anybody's freedom to,
So you're exercising your First Amendment right, is what
Yes,
it's saying,
yes.
with what it is that you're doing. But then you have to
Yes.
explain what that is, though.
No, I don't have to explain it
Right,
unless
because
there's a
how
cri-
is it protected
unless
by the
there's a
First
crime
Amendment?
being committed. I don't have to
It's
explain.
not a crime.
Okay,
It's fine.
so
This is all civil.
all
There's
right,
no
so is this
criminal
an
activity here.
investigatory stop? Am I being
Yeah.
detained,
No,
or am I?
not at
Okay,
all.
so I just want
I'm
to be
just-
free to
I'm-
participate in my rights.
Yes,
Unless-
you are. You are.
That's it.
Absolutely.
That's it. That's it.
I'm
I don't
just
want to.
curious
I don't
as
want
what it is.
to say any more information. That's just all I want to do.
Do you ever notice how frauditors always ask, am I being detained? I think if you were being detained, you would know it. Yeah. And anyway, how is this setting up a card table in the middle of the sidewalk? How is that? I don't get it. How is that exercising your First Amendment freedom? I don't know. Somebody help me out with this. I'm lost.
That's it. That's all I was telling your officers. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Thank you guys.
What are you thanking me for?
Just thanking you for respecting my rights. Thank you.
Right. Now, there is the right to the store.
No, the store doesn't have any overriding liberties to infringe my constitutional rights.
Right. But you haven't yet explained that you have anything here that has to do with the constitutional rights of anything.
I did. I told you that I'm participating in my legal freedom of speech and my freedom to conversate with people that are walking on a public sidewalk. This is not a privately owned sidewalk, sir. This is not a privately owned residence or building. So again, I'm just going to say that I don't want to provide any more additional information.
Yeah, this guy's a smart-ass punk, man. I've seen him arrested a couple times. See if I can find one of his videos where he was kicked out of the sanitation department. He was kicked out of the water department. I mean, every time this kid goes somewhere, he runs his smart mouth and then he's kicked out. That's why Long Island Frauditor didn't want him along. He took him to the airport and they were almost kicked out of there.
That is not required for me or lawfully required for me to provide to you. That's it.
We got ourselves a paralegal right here. That's good. Flexionrates.org.
So you're not affiliated with the Whole Foods because I see some of these things says Whole Foods on.
None of that matters, sir. Because there's no litigational consequences for me purchasing Whole Foods gift cards and participating in my right to speak to people. That's it.
Right. So that's what these are? They're Whole Food gift cards?
I'm just not gonna. You can look at it and decide for yourself, but I'm not gonna provide any more information unless.
But that's what you said. You just said that there were Whole Food gift cards that you were conversing with people and were
That's
giving
right.
them gift cards.
I can freely do that, sir.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying you can't. I'm just
Okay.
we're talking now. Just so I want to understand.
And I'm just saying
what
that
it is
that's all the
you're
information you're
exercising.
gonna get. That's it.
Now I ask you, good people, do you think Whole Foods Market would hire a snot-nosed kid like this to stand outside in front of its business and give away gift cards? Oh, I think not. Yeah, they'd probably pay him to go away from their business, though, wouldn't they?
That's
I
just
know,
all the
but you keep
information.
giving more information, so I'm just curious.
No, I'm just telling you what you need to know, so you know that I'm not, doing anything with ill will. That's all. Because
Okay.
I'm having the courtesy to do that. Respecting law enforcement, like law enforcement respects me as an American, as a citizen that pays his own taxes, that works for himself, that doesn't ask for assistance for the government. He does it for himself. So I'm asking for you guys to respect that, because what I told you before was that there was a lady over there who was constantly trying to call police officers on multitudes of people speaking on the sidewalk because I don't know if she's in distress or she has some type of mental problems. I don't know, but I'm just telling you the information that I'm just relieving to you, right. And that's it. That's all I'm going to say. So unless there's anything else that, like, you know, you're finding for yourself that I'm participating in that's illegal, that can lead to litigational consequences, I don't wish to talk to you guys anymore.
Listen to Sonny Boy throwing those big words around. Litigation. You better go to Black's Law Dictionary and look that up. I don't think you know what that means, Sonny Boy. I'll tell you one thing about New York City street vendors, though. They're territorial. They get up early in the morning so they can set up their wares at a certain place at a certain time, and they don't like youngsters like you coming and taking their business.
That's it.
You don't have to talk to me.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you.
So now I am a member of the reading public, right? So since I can read, and it says something about energy on your credentials, right? So energy is a service, unless you make the energy yourself, right? And you're propelling a dynamo, or you have a solar panel hat, right? So the energy that you're representing is made by a corporation of some sort.
It can be made by a corporation, sir, but unless I'm actually specifically soliciting a type of product or accessible product that exchanges a currency, there's no legal reprimand.
A service does not have to have any exchange of currency.
Okay, good.
A service is a service. If you're providing a service or soliciting to provide a service, you have to follow the vendor rules.
Oh, dearie me, Lieutenant, that is going to be a problem because Frauditors, also known as Anarchists, don't follow rules, and they don't trust the government either. So I think you're just going to have to arrest the lad right now, put him in the back of the squad car, and take him down to the holding tank. He'll like that.
That's not what I'm doing. Again, to solicit a service, there has to be an exchange of currency.
No, not at all.
Yes, there does.
No, the service can be without.
And you haven't seen me exchange any of that, sir. You haven't seen me exchange.
You don't have to see it.
Yes, you do.
No.
You can't just leave. You can't just make assumptions.
I'm not making assumptions. I'm reading.
And yeah, you can read stuff, but just because it says energy doesn't mean that you have a legal right to intimidatively ask questions.
No, we're just having a conversation that you can stop having at any time. Okay. You continue in the conversation.
No, I'm just responding with the information I want to respond with.
I am saying to you,
but I'm not giving you any other information than that.
All right. But
I know somebody, like I said.
So if I call
you're nice to me,
number,
I'm nice to you.
All right. So
if you're nice to me,
I'm going to call this 800 number, right? 800 number on his necklace. So if I call that 800 number.
Just because you call a number, sir, doesn't mean you have any legal litigational authorization to proceed with any type of inhibitions against me, sir.
Did I mention that Sonny Boy here is a YouTube law expert, good people? Now, pardon me, I didn't mention that. But he did stammer and stutter a bit trying to get his laws out, didn't he? Just because you call a number doesn't mean, yeah, shut your mouth, Sonny Boy, you're about to get arrested.
Police! Police! How y'all doing?
Because you haven't seen me exchange any money for a service, so that's not going to work. That's not going to fly. It's not going to work, buddy.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Yeah, I do. Because you can't just violate my Fourth Amendment right. Or tell me that I can't sit on a sidewalk, sir. You can't
you can sit on the sidewalk. I'm not saying you can't sit on the sidewalk. Nobody said that. Who said that? My officer didn't tell you that.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is that in your New York Police Department policy, you have to explain to the citizen that is living in New York State what you're doing. You can't just violate First Amendment rights. You can't violate Fourth Amendment rights and look at someone's credit card, look at somebody's social security number. You can't do that.
None of that is occurring.
You can't do that.
We're just having a conversation.
But that's what you're doing by continuing to press for information, sir.
So I'm wondering what's in Sonny Boy's background that's preventing him from finding a real job. Because he seems rather young to have a criminal record, doesn't he? Perhaps he dropped out of school early, doesn't have any transferable job skills, no interpersonal communication skills. Yeah, that's probably what it is. Just a young punk that doesn't know any better.
Like I said,
we're having a conversation.
Trust me, I know what you're doing.
I
know what you're doing. Yeah, I know what you're doing. And if I find leeway and you make the wrong moves, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, what is that?
I'm telling you. Yeah, I'm telling you.
What is that?
That you will have litigational consequences.
Okay.
You will.
All right.
You will.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And?
That's it.
Okay. All right.
So at this point now, because you like to be funny and you think your smirk is funny, I'm not going to provide any more information to you.
You don't have to provide anything.
Thank you.
I've said that from the beginning. That was the first things out of my mouth. That you don't have to provide anything.
Yeah,
you don't have to speak to me. You're free to leave at any time.
Oh, but Lieutenant, if he's free to go, he's free to stay. Haven't you ever heard that from Frauditors, Lieutenant? Well, I could understand if you haven't, because it's an asinine theory. When a cop says you're free to go, you should go. That's just Dr. Dave's opinion. But what does Dr. Dave know? He's not a frauditor.
I know.
You're not being detained? No, there's no criminality here at all.
Okay, so I wish to freely participate in what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you for reassuring me that I have that freedom. Thank you.
Yeah, I just don't know what it is yet. Right?
Yeah, and you don't have to know.
Right.
So how long are you going to be willing to stay here to waste your time?
I'm not wasting my time.
Yeah, you seem, don't you have like a crime to solve? Don't you have somebody else to investigate?
That's not up to you to know.
I mean, because you're wasting a lot of tax resources right now. You really are. It's crazy. It's just the willingness to be able to waste tax dollars, time, money.
Well, the willingness of you to continue to speak to me, even though you said you didn't want to, is also astonishing.
Yeah, because I'm a courteous person too, but I'm only giving you the information I want to give you. Doesn't mean I have to give you any more.
No, you don't. And we've established that several times already.
Good.
Right?
So how much longer are you going to stand here?
This kid has big brass kahunas, doesn't he? Asking a lieutenant, well, how much longer you going to stand there, boy? Yeah, well, that's because Mommy and Daddy didn't pay enough attention to the lad when he was growing up. It's not all their fault, though. They probably had to work 2 and 3 jobs apiece to keep the family together. And look at Junior.
I can stand there until my tour is out.
Okay.
And then I can call my captain and see if I can get overtime.
Okay.
Right?
All right. If you got your time to waste to do that, you can do that. That's amazing that you would say that, sir. Do you really like your job? Do you like being an officer, or do you just
I don't have to answer your questions.
Oh, you don't have to answer my questions?
No,
okay.
Absolutely not.
Okay. And I don't have to answer yours either.
Exactly. We established that already.
Yeah.
Right? Several times.
Yeah. Yep. Whoa, sir. Are you you asking me a question or what? What's
up? Would you guys mind just backing up a little bit so you're not blocking the entrance over here?
I'm not blocking the entrance. You can see that people are freely walking inside of the door.
So you're not?
No.
I'm asking you.
No, I'm going to deny that request respectfully.
What's that?
I said I'm going to deny that request respectfully, sir.
Okay, we'll be right back.
Thank you. Have a great day, sir.
We'll be back.
What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
I'm Captain Zyka.
Okay, Captain
of the 6th
Zyka.
Precinct.
What's yours?
Lieutenant Merrick.
Merrick? All right.
Yeah.
Now this idiot is too stupid to realize there are 2 lieutenants on scene, a captain, and 3 uniformed officers. Something's gonna happen to you, Sonny boy, and it's not gonna be anything good. Let's wrap this up with the arrest. Roll that clip.
Okay. You have ID, Mr. What's your name?
I might have my own identification, but I don't wish to provide that, sir, unless I've committed a crime or an infractional offense.
We'll be right back.
Thank you. Is there an infractional offense that you're investigating, sir?
You have ID, sir?
Did I commit any crimes or any unlawful?
You have ID?
I'm not going to provide IDs.
If you're going to you're going to be placed under arrest.
For what? What's the crime, sir?
For erecting a structure.
There's no, you don't lie to
arrest. All right. He doesn't want to get
Okay, so you're going to violate my First Amendment right and my Fourth Amendment rights.
You want to give ID?
Yeah, okay, go ahead and do it, buddy.
You got ID, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
You got ID? What's your ID, man?
I'm not giving you my ID, buddy.
Foods asked you to leave.
Get off of me, bro.
Well, there you have it, good folks. You play stupid games, you'll always win stupid prizes. Play the FAFO game and find out. Now, I'm not giving you ID. You don't have to, sonny boy. Now that you're under arrest, they'll just go through your pockets and find it. You just relax. They'll do all the heavy lifting. They'll take your little card table downtown, too. And you can pick that up later when you're done tossing Bubba's salad with syrup. I don't know. Ooh, syrup and jelly? Yuck. Hey, let's take a look at another New York idiot. Mainly little Davey. Let's roll that clip.
Hey! Can I help you? Can I help you?
You alright?
Why are you recording our stuff?
Are you alright?
Are you alright?
The reason you're recording the cars?
This is the uneducated, unemployed frauditor behind the camera. His name's David, and he just loves the police. Of course, we know that's not true, but he has a fascination with police cars. I think when he was growing up, he wanted to become a cop, but we all know that along the way, he lost his way. Now he can't become a cop because, well, he's been a bad boy, let's just say that. So now he goes out and he records police cars and fantasizes about being a cop.
Why you came up on me like that?
Because you're looking into our vehicles. That's
why you came up on me like that?
Because you're looking into our vehicles.
Why you so aggressive?
I'm not aggressive.
You are.
I'm asking you why you're looking into our vehicles.
Why you so aggressive?
You need to.
And you have to be
record our vehicles?
reminded to turn your body cam on?
No, my body camera's on.
What's your name and badge number?
Mandaro 18915.
And yours?
Altobano 26485.
And then here you,
Altobano 26485.
why you so aggressive?
Because you're looking into
6 o'clock in the morning.
Why are you
Looking into
our
So what?
you're
So
not
what?
looking
Whose
into-
cars?
This is the police department's cars.
Who pays for them?
New City of New York.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I could look at them, I could touch them.
You cannot touch them.
Yes, I could. Fuck you mean I can't
You
touch
cannot
them?
touch them.
Yes, I could.
You cannot.
Yes, I could.
No, you
I
cannot.
pay for them, right?
You do not pay for them.
I don't pay for them. Who
No,
pays
you
for
don't.
them then?
City of New York does.
Where
New
am
York
I
Police
at?
Department.
Where am I at?
This Jackwagon fancies himself as a member of the press, more like a member of the insane asylum. Yeah, he doesn't know up from down, in from out, left from right. He doesn't know anything. I do know he has 3 kids and a wife at home. Go home and take care of your family, Frauditor.
I don't pay for these cars with my tax dollars?
Not for that.
Yeah, you need to do your job. You need to learn your job better. I can touch these cars all I want, bro.
You cannot.
Yeah, I can't break into them, but I can touch them.
You cannot touch them.
Yes, I could. Yes,
No,
I
you
could.
cannot.
I could check on the wheels, make sure the wheels are good. I can look at them. I can do all that.
Do you need help?
Do you need help?
I don't need help. I'm asking if you need help.
I don't answer questions.
You need help?
I don't answer questions.
Do you need help?
You go back to work.
We'd love to go back to work. You're the one standing in front of our car.
Go ahead. I'm on the sidewalk.
What does that do not standing in front of our car? You're still standing
I'm
in front of
saying
the
whatever I
car.
want. I'm on the sidewalk.
What does the sidewalk have to do with anything?
That means I can be on the sidewalk wherever I want.
Okay. You can't be
Okay.
filming the inside of the car, though.
Says who? Who said that?
Says who?
Yeah, who said I can't film inside the car?
I do apologize, officer, but the boy is nothing more than a babbling, blubbering buffoon of a bird brain, and that's the good part about him. Yeah, he can't find a job because he has an arrest record, and he claims he can't read or write. Of course, I don't know, I'd like to believe that, but I think he can read and write just fine. He just doesn't want to fill out the application because he'd rather collect a welfare check.
It's the law.
Am I detained?
You are not detained.
You're not
So
detained.
what law is that?
What, I'm not saying you're detained.
So what law am I breaking?
You're not to be filming inside the car.
What law is that? What law is that? Some shit you just made up? What law is that? I'm in public. I'm on the sidewalk. That means whatever I can see from public, I can record. Right? You know that, right? You know the First Amendment, right? What law is that? State the law. Just making shit up as you go along.
I'm just not gonna
You
play your
always
game.
do that? You always do that? You
I'm
always
just not gonna play your game.
you always just make shit up as you go
I'm
along?
not making anything. I'm just not gonna play your game.
You plant drugs on people?
Absolutely not.
So why is he making up laws that don't exist?
He's not playing the game.
He said I
I'm
can't
not
film
playing
inside the
game
car.
either. Not
So go
playing
back to
the
work.
game
I told you that.
I
I'm
would
not
love to,
detained,
but
so why are you still talking to
blocking
me?
us.
I'm not detained. Why are you still talking
You're not
to me?
detained.
Exactly.
You can
So why are you
you're
still
free to
talking to
leave.
me?
Why are you still here?
If I'm free to leave, I'm free to stay.
I recall the first time I heard that idiotic nonsense. If I'm free to go, I'm free to stay. Glen Serio said it. I don't know if he was the first frauditor who ever said that, but he was the first frauditor I ever heard say that. And I said, what? Wait a minute. What did he just say? I had to wind it back a couple of times. I was in disbelief. And then he told the cop to shut your mouth. Yeah, that's how these frauditors roll.
Then why are you still here then?
If I'm free to
You don't
leave,
want
I'm
to talk
free
to
to
us,
stay.
right? So then why are you still here talking
I'm
to
filming the
us?
cars like I was doing before, peacefully, minding my business. You came up mad aggressive, yo. Ran over
because it
here,
looks
your
suspicious
friend
when
had
you're looking into
suspicion
a
is not a
vehicle.
crime.
It is a crime.
Suspicion is a crime?
Suspicion of looking into vehicles is. We get calls for it all
What
the time.
crime is it? Is it a misdemeanor or a felony?
Comes over as a 1010 suspicious person looking into vehicles.
Is that a misdemeanor or a felony?
Depends on what you're trying to do. Are you trying to look for government documents? Are you trying to
Whatever I
break
can
into
see
the
from
car?
public, I can film.
Why are
if
you
you don't
still
want
here
people to
talking
look
to us?
inside your car,
Why are you
put a
still here
fucking
talking?
tent.
Why are you still talking?
Why
to
y'all
us?
just make up laws like that? And crimes, you just make up crimes?
No, not at all.
You just said suspicion is a crime.
Suspicious person is a call that we get all the time.
Is it a crime?
It's not crime to be suspicious, no.
Exactly. That's what the
Do you
question
need
was.
help at all?
Is suspicion a crime? I told you I
Do
don't
you need
answer
help at all?
questions. The question was,
Taking any
is
medica-
suspicion
any
a
type of
crime? Are you high?
medication? I'm not.
We'd like to ask you that same question, Frauditor. Are you high? Are you drunk? Are you on medications? Because normal people don't act the way you do, Frauditor. Always about those First Amendment rights. For clicks and views, for those couple dollars you make on YouTube. You know you're not making any money on YouTube, Frauditor. We all know it. Why don't you just find a real job? Somebody out there will hire you, even though you have a record. Somebody will hire you.
Not high at all.
Or you just hard of
Do you
hearing?
take any medication?
Are you drunk?
Absolutely not.
You sure?
100%.
Okay. Suspicions of crime, can't look inside vehicles. What's next? What else?
Do you need any type of
I
help?
don't answer questions. I told
Do
you
you
that
need any
already.
type of medication, or do you take
Are
any
you
medication?
you need an
at all?
ambulance, sir?
Do you need? I'm asking you. If
You
need an
okay?
ambulance. I'm asking you if you're okay.
You got ADD or something?
I do not have ADD. I'm asking you if
So
you're
you
okay.
can't, you don't listen well?
I listen fine.
I told you I don't answer questions.
Are you still talking to us?
So
though?
stop asking. Stop
No,
asking me
I can
questions.
ask questions.
Have a good day. Excuse me. If y'all done with these drinks, you should throw them out. It's not a garbage can. It's a police vehicle. Yo, is any of y'all a supervisor here?
Now this crybaby snowflake wants a supervisor. Why do you want a supervisor, David? You want to complain because they didn't throw their drink cups out? And what is wrong with you, really? People like this just really irritate me. I don't think I could be a cop. Yeah, I'd have to stuff this guy in the back seat and take him somewhere. And well, I better not say any more. Yeah, I just couldn't be a cop and deal with this guy, though.
You supervisor? These two guys just making up laws?
What do you mean?
You said I can't film inside the car. It's a crime?
If you're going inside, it just looks suspicious. Like you can record
And he
it all
said
you want.
suspicion is a crime?
Yeah, I just left my police vehicle here, going inside there. I don't know what's your intention. I mean, a lot of auto braking happening, so that's why they might be asking. You can record it all you want. It's no problem. There's other cars.
So suspicion is a crime?
It's just like, you know, looks. It doesn't look good. Like you're going.
But am I breaking the law?
Listen, we are investigating your crime over here.
Okay, I'm not stopping you. You guys are just literally standing around. That's how you investigate?
Have a job over here.
You investigate by just standing around?
You can look up on the 911 dispatcher and check it.
It looks like you're chilling, like
doing the job, trying to do the job.
Okay, you should like teach them that. Teach them about the First Amendment.
The First Amendment. Big moneymaker on YouTube. Hey, Frauditor, don't forget one thing though. The Second Amendment could possibly, I said possibly, cancel out your right to the First Amendment, because if you run into an unhinged person, especially in New York City, there's plenty of those, man, you just might get a lesson. Ooh, I hope that doesn't happen, Frauditor, but you have to keep that in mind in a city like New York.
I'm not committing no crime.
All graduates of the police academy, they're all
come on, you know the academy ain't shit. They don't teach you nothing at the academy.
I took pride.
They don't teach you about the Constitution.
Anyway, so you have a great day, okay?
Did you learn about the Constitution at the academy? They didn't teach you that, what, 6 weeks? In 6 weeks you learned about that? That's something bugging. Yo, brush up on your law. Suspicion is not a crime. Brush up on the First Amendment, all right?
Have a great day, sir.
Not everybody's criminal.
Have a great day, sir.
This is bugged out, bro. Yo, keep these cars clean, you heard? I pay good money for these cars. Unlock the door for your partner. And learn the Constitution.
Well, there you have it, folks. Another waste of time, I understand, but I'm going to keep on exposing these frauditors until the day they stop or YouTube stops them. Yeah, because it's nonsense. What does all this prove? Absolutely nothing. And Frauditor, you better be careful in New York City. Yeah, stuff can change real quick in New York City. But at any rate, if you enjoy watching idiots, imbeciles, and morons on my channel, please subscribe. As always, thanks so much for stopping by. Cheers to that.
I've actually studied English, and I have over a 400 level education in English. I'm not sitting down. I refuse to sit down. I refuse. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. Big tough guy. What are you gonna do about it? Nothing. Nothing. You can come try to make me. You're welcome to try to make me. Take a swing. Take a swing.
What is the reason for calling the officers here?
No reason. I'm really unhappy that somebody did this to me.
I'm going to arrest you for trespassing in a minute.
On public property?
Yeah. We're asking you to leave and you're not leaving. That's trespassing.
She's right in my face, guys. You can't come up and touch me like that.
You don't have permission to film me in any space.
I don't need permission to
Yes, you do.
record you in public, man. No, that's the law.
Oh, is that like a law?
against the law.
Oh, what law is that? Funny, because I've never heard about that. I pay for that uniform, I pay for that car, I'm the taxpayer, right? You work for me, right? You're just a little guy. You're just a little guy. You work for me. You are a public servant. You are a public servant. You work for me.